All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly Team Passion call. I felt conflicted today on what I wanted to share because I feel like the past few months we've gone over the basics. We've gone over the bat. We've gone over invites. We've gone over follow-ups. We've gone over personal development. We've gone over the body partner. I feel like we've covered it all so recently that it's time to kind of just take action. So I hope you're still referring back to the Power Half Hour call we did about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, because I find that very, very effective. And the new business activity tracker is very good too. It has a lot of good ideas in there on your posting and what you should be doing each day. I'm not quite getting in all of the people that it's telling me, but I know I will get there with this daily action. And I'm finding that in the Body Partner app, they're doing so many great trainings that I do them all like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the end of my week tends to get a little busy, a little crazy. So then by Monday, I'm like, oh gosh, I have all these calls again to do to get up, catch up on National Wake Up Call. I usually try to catch live so that it's not hanging over my head. But I have two trainings that today I was like, oh, there's a new podcast. We won't have time for that tonight, but there's a new podcast up in there. Let me share my screen. Where Carl interviews Isabel
It was great.
about you. Okay, good.
I
Awesome.
listened to it yesterday. It was great.
Awesome. Okay. So these things are all right here in your little bell here. All your notifications come up right here for anything that you may have missed. But then also this live training is here. And I want tonight. So I did the Brendon Burchard training was great. I did 5 steps to leveling up your business as a business partner with Lauren. That was great. The new, go through all of these. So it's in the Body Basics tab under live trainings, and then you click past. And so tonight I figured we'd do this one because I looked real quick. I was like, oh shoot, I meant to watch this. So when you click on it, it shows like that the event has ended, but then these blue, it says click here to access the replay. So this is about having a successful sneak peek, and this was a training that they did at the new leader conference. So I figured we could watch this tonight and take some notes. Last week we talked about, I'm not gonna do the What is Body event this month. Because I feel like we have a couple good ones that are already recorded for you to grab from the YouTube channel. So I figured, you know what, let's watch this, and maybe that's something we plan a date to do on a sneak peek if this gives us some new ideas. Let me see how to, here we go.
Hello, the amazing basics community. I am Jake Story. So I'm here today, guys, to share some best practices that have come up that I'm super excited to share with you. We shared these at NLC, and then we have been sharing this with our leadership as well, as it's been a really good reminder and best practice to get activity through your organization. So this comes from the current top-ranked coach in Aurélie Dion, she ended last year as a top 10, and now she is the current top coach through the first couple of months of this year, which is super, super exciting. So we're here to share what is it that she is necessarily doing that allows her to have a super active organization and continue to advance leadership all over the board. So with that being said, I do have some slides and some a short presentation that I want to do this, and I'm going to show you guys in 2 areas how you can do this. Okay, the first area being what do you need to do as the leader of the team. Second area being what does your team need to do in order to drive the success of those things you created. Okay, so don't forget, this is just going to come in 2 different areas. Hi Michelle, hi Megan, hi Joy. So this is just going to really break it down for you and say, what can we do in order to really get a productive organization and make that happen. So let me share my screen here. And give me just a quick moment to get this pulled up. It is coming. It is coming. All right.
They have such a hard time with slides on the in
I've
this
done this so many
platform.
times, and look at this. It just sure entire screen. Okay. I am so sorry. It does not want to share the screen right now. So I will just walk you guys through this, and I will just make sure exactly what we were doing. All right, so let me go back here. It is not going to share, so I'm going to walk you guys through this, and then I can share some screenshots and stuff later in the chat and everything, just so that you can see exactly what we're talking about. But this is the number one thing that you need to do. Create the cadence of these sneak peeks, okay? So what is the sneak peek specifically? I'm going to break that down. But right before I get into that, create the cadence. And what does that cadence look like? Your team needs to know when you are hosting a sneak peek, okay? Is it going to be weekly? Is it going to be bi-weekly? Is it going to be once a month? You need to create the schedule, and I highly recommend don't put that schedule like next month. Don't put it too far out. Get it set so that your team has something to invite to, so that we can break that down and get people in, okay? So create the cadence. When is this going to happen, and how often is it going to happen? For starting out, man, weekly or bi-weekly, I think it's a great recommendation because it will give your team more opportunity to have something to invite to. And I'll break how to invite to this in just a moment. Now, what is the sneak peek and what does it consist of to make it super successful? It does not have to be a long and drawn out process, okay? Recommending we try to keep this as close to 30 minutes as possible, but you open up by telling your story. Draw people in. Let them understand what it is and why it is you started with this amazing platform and this amazing health journey. Because we don't just sell products, we sell a complete lifestyle change, right? So bring them in. Why did you get started, and what kind of impact did BODi have on your life? Tell them your story. 5 to 7 minutes. Does not need to be anything crazy. Introduce them to the platform and the products. Now, this is a great opportunity to say, look, we are the Netflix of fitness. We have countless workout programs with phenomenal super trainers who do it all. We also have incredible nutrition programs. So it's not just the physical side of it. We're teaching you the eating side and the nutrition side, as well as the mental side, right? We have a mindset piece, and we're always diving in. We have just an insane platform that really gives us so many tools to help ourselves, okay? So you introduce them to these products and introduce them to your favorite products, your Energize, your smoothies, right? What shakes do you do? What desserts do you love? And how do you make those healthy desserts? It is really that opportunity to break this down. What are your favorite snacks? I don't know, maybe beach bars are a great option. You introduce them and you just show the value of what amazing products do and how they benefit, and not just like supplement, but how they amplify the results of the physical side and doing the workout and helping with all of that, okay? So you introduce them, and you can take 10 minutes here. You can take 15 minutes here. Whatever you feel comfortable, just in order to introduce them to the platform and the products. The final part of this is you introduce them into the business side, what it means to be a partner, joining an incredible community of people who want to push forward and drive a business, and how to be successful. Why would you share reasons? Why would you want to be a partner? What are the benefits, right? And guys, I think a great reminder here, it all starts small, right? I'm going to share a quick story of Julie Voris. One of the best stories I've heard is when Julie was like, Jake, when I started this business, it wasn't this massive dream that I had. She wanted to buy a new pair of Nikes for working out. So she joined as a partner and she put in the work. She showed up consistently so she could earn enough to buy that new pair of Nikes. Now, Beachbody does not guarantee any form of income. It is all based off your own diligence, efforts, and skill, which is a phenomenal opportunity to think about. What you put into this is what you get out, okay? But you share Why would you want to be a partner? What are the benefits? How amazing is a community of people that are just surrounding each other, building each other up and supporting each other on this amazing journey? Have you ever looked, to have a supplemental income or a side income? Have you ever looked at these things? So you introduce the partner opportunity, and that's how you close the call. So story, product, partner opportunity. That is the easiest format to really formulate this and keep it as tight to 30 minutes as you can. It does not need to be long and drawn out, but precise and to the point, okay? So you create this content as the leader, you create this sneak peek, and then you tell your team, invite to this sneak peek. It is happening on this time and this day. I want you guys to get people on, okay? Now, here's where you start to teach them, okay? And this is what I love. There's two forms of inviting. There's the broad message marketing, and then there's the personal message marketing, okay? Broad message. I want you to go in your stories and I want you to announce this. Now, I don't want you to build this up for weeks. I want you to, like, 3 days in advance, start to really promote this. And then the day before, really hone in on, 2 days before, hone in on those private messages. So 3 days before, you put something up on your social media that speaks to who needs to be on the call, why they need to be on the call, okay? And when and what the call, like a brief description of what this call is going to be. So an example of this, if you're looking for an incredible opportunity to learn about our amazing products, how I'm going to help you succeed with these amazing products, and the potential of joining an incredible partner community, be on our sneak peek happening this day and this time, okay? That's a broad message that anybody can put out on their social media. So you're promoting it and you're getting people interested. Then you go to all your customers, all your clients, all your partners, and you say, like, I'm diving into my private messages and I'm saying, hey, you've been on the products for a couple weeks, or you've been on the products for a couple months. You need to be on this. You've been killing it. I see your consistency. This is the next step. Join the sneak peek and see what this is all about. I know you would love this opportunity, right? So you're private messaging people to drive them to this opportunity, okay? Then you jump on as a team. You allow the leader, yourselves, to lead this incredible sneak peek. And then the next 3 days is follow-up. And everybody, if I got people on that call, right, and I'm watching, who are my people? I'm following up. I know potentially who's going to be there, so I'm looking for them, and I want to make sure they're on that call. And then when I follow up, I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for being on that incredible call. I would love to know, what was your favorite part? Oh, that is amazing. Talk to them a minute, about what they really enjoyed about the call. And then ask them, on a scale of 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, how interested are you in being a partner? Okay. And if they're lower on the, 2s and 3s, great. I know they're going to need some work, and I'm going to continue to help them figure out what some of their concerns are and how I can help them figure those things out. If they're higher on the scale, right? Say a 7, 8, 9, I'm going to them and say, okay, let's set up a one-on-one call and let's get you dialed in. Now, here's the power of this, guys. If I get that one-on-one call set, sometimes that can be intimidating for new partners and beginning stage partners, those just in the process of starting to build a business. So if I'm a leader in this business, I'm going to go to my PS coaching, my personally sponsored partners, and I'm going to say, hey guys, if you get that one-on-one call set, invite me on, and I will help you close this call. Offer those opportunities so that people can see how you speak with confidence, how you lead, and how you can close them on that call. And it builds their confidence too, because you close them, they get somebody enrolled, and now they're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing, right? And then you showed them how to do it. So this follow-up is such a pivotal, important aspect that you are going to bring into this. So to go through this again, I just want to make sure this is super clear. Number one, the most important thing is the consistency in this. Does your team have a consistent schedule when they know to invite to this? That's what we want to start driving, okay? Number two is you're promoting on your social media and you're diving in personally. Look, hopefully you guys are keeping a tenant playlist, okay? And a tenant playlist being 10 people I have engaged with and I've like reach out, hey, are you interested in doing this opportunity with me? I've been doing it. It is filling me full of energy. I feel phenomenal and I want to help others. Is that something that interests you? Okay. And if they're like, yes, they're on my tenant playlist. Okay. And I'm going to be working with them. If they're on my tenant playlist, they're definitely getting a private invite. I'm diving into their DMs and I'm saying, hey, look, I know you're interested in this. I really want to show you what this is all about. So jump on this call with me and we're going to see it. Okay. So you're private inviting people, your tenant play, people liking and commenting on posts related to your body subjects, and you're diving into your customers, your challenge group and saying like, look, you need to be on this call. This is the next step. And you're just trying to get as many people on this call as possible. And that's the entire team doing it, right? So the team is driving to this call. And as the leader, again, you show up with that sneak peek being your story and introduction to the products and the platform, right? This is fitness, nutrition, support. This is what it's about, mindset. This is how we do it. You really introduce them to the products and then you close them with, now look at the incredible opportunity that you can earn this, okay? That is what is super important about this sneak peek. So as the leader, you have the task of setting the cadence and creating the content, okay? As the leader, you teach your team to invite to this. What is the team's job? To invite and get as many people on this as possible. And then you keep the cadence. So it's easy for me to know, hey, if I join Joy here, I know that when I'm joining Joy's team, I know exactly what's required of me. I know when I need to invite, how to invite, and I'm going to drive people to that call. And then I'm just going to follow up with those people. Hey, what did you think of the call? What was your favorite part? Oh, that's amazing. And thank you so much. I'm so glad you're on that call. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about being a partner? Awesome. Now let's get on a call. Let's really dive into this and let's get you everything you need and get you started right. Okay. And then you get them started right. And if you're the leader, you can offer one-on-one calls so that you can be on those to really dive into that. Guys, that is a system that is simple. It is a system that can be duplicable. Okay. And it is a system that allows new partners or even old partners who are starting to build a business have an understanding of what it is that they need to do. It does not need to be overcomplicated, but it needs to be consistent. It needs to drive that availability, and the team needs to understand what it is that I need to do to get on that. Okay. That's where you start to see the power of this unfold. Now, here's what's really cool. Okay. Is this started, like I talked to Ohali, long time ago when she started this process and started to understand it. And this was a team-wide thing. So there were even, equivalent leaders, to Ohali, who were inviting to her calls as well. Well, once they got familiar and they're like, I really like this strategy, they took it and implemented it with their own teams. And it allowed them to build the 5-star. So an example of that is a new 5-star. She just advanced 5-star a few weeks ago, Marilu Dubé. And she took this exact same strategy, created her own sneak peek, told her team to invite to her sneak peek, created her consistency, and then her team started driving to that, and she's able to advance to 2-star and then to 5-star, and she's still continuing to drive engagement. So this is a system that allows not just for simplicity of understanding, but it allows for people to really get engaged and start to see it. Because ultimately, what my goal is I want a lot of people doing some work, right? Apart from having just 1 or 2 people that are crushing this business, I want a lot of my team seeing some success. I want a lot of people in Success Club 5. I want a lot of people, in Success Club 2, just getting their foot in the door and starting to engage. And I just want people to start doing it. Because the teams that have these kind of systems in place, they have some of the highest productivity rate, meaning the highest amount of partners in activity being 1 Success Club point or more in their organizations. So it's a great way to really engage. So create your cadence, create your content, get your team to drive to this cadence and content. Okay, and then teach them how to do the follow-up and how to close.
All right. He's repeating himself. So, so this is what we do, right? This is what we've been doing. The third Wednesday of every month at 7:30. This is exactly what we're doing. So I think we can just make it a little better. I'll work on a slide show. We're gonna skip it this month. I know we specifically said not to, but I'm gonna put a slideshow together. We have the recordings for you guys to send out. So I'm gonna put a slideshow together. And then the second piece that we have to work on is we have to work on inviting to it, right? We all do. I do too. Like we've got it. Yes, we can do the broad invites, but we've got to work on a system of doing personal invites and getting people and driving everybody on the team to get people on this call. So that's, I think it'll be way more powerful if we get that system in place. And I can give you guys, okay, here, post this on social media, 3 days before the event. Okay, now go talk in your stories about why you became a body partner. Now go talk in your stories about your favorite body product, right? And we'll just kind of do a system of how to talk about it, where to talk about it, who to invite, how to invite. Leading up to the event and setting a goal of a certain amount of people that we want to get on the call. And then it is key in the follow-up because the fortune is in the follow-up, right? So I think if we can really focus on a system of inviting people, and then I'll work on a slideshow instead of just talking. I think people like to look at slides. So because I even found myself scrolling for you guys for us to have the slides up while he was talking in the background. So I will work on that. I'm going to use body slides and then just summit pictures and it's not going to be anything fancy. That 3 paths to a body partner, just kind of work on slides and making it a little more professional. And then I'll ask the team maybe what is a good time to do it. If Wednesday at 7:30 isn't a good time, then we can figure out a better time to do it. And if we want to do it bi-weekly, so we can kind of all talk about that in the team page. Sound good?
Yes,
Because
definitely.
they are effective when we do them consistently. So they certainly are. And if we can it's just a key in getting people on there and getting people to listen. And every time I do a What is Body event, I end up having 10 to 20 people listen to it after too. So it's not just happening right then and there. Oh shoot, I forgot, or oh, I couldn't get on. Okay, here's the recording, and then follow up with, okay, what did you hear in it that you liked? What concerns or questions do you still have? And I'll still treat it as a What is Body event, meaning maybe some of these people they come in for the products. So it's both. So you're inviting to come listen to What is Body. And then I'll I'll share my story, talk about the products and programs, and then talk about what it's about to be a partner. So they have a choice. They can come in for the products or they can come in as a partner. All right, so we will work on that as a team. It's kind of stuff we already knew, but it's always good to get reminded. It fired me up again. So, all right, thank you all for listening.